everyone, welcome to Silver is the New Strong first workout YouTube video. I decided just to put a little fun total body workout together, one that's very doable at home. You don't need much equipment, a couple of sets of dumbbells, a mat, you need your water, you need a timer. Again, it's a very basic workout, but very effective, and it's just going to help you reach those goals that you set. So what I would suggest that you do is warm up 5 to 10 minutes before you start this. I've already done that. And your warm-up could be on your treadmill, jumping jacks, jump rope, some arm circles, you can jog in place, just get the blood flowing, and warm up your body. So, without further ado, let's just get right into this. What I'm going to do is just do one set of each exercise, just to save some time here. What I recommend you do is 3 sets. So we're going to do maybe 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets. And I will demonstrate just by doing 1 set. So the first exercise we're going to do are goblet squats. So we're going to work on our legs. And I'm just going to grab my 15-pound dumbbell. You use whatever weight you're comfortable with. And again, I always like to remind people to bend at your knees when you pick stuff up. So we don't want to, be bending over our backs. We want to save our backs. So we're going to bend at our knees and pick it up. Hold it really close to your chest, and your elbows are tucked in, and your feet are a little wider than shoulder, and my toes are just ever so slightly pointed out. I'm going to keep my core nice and tight, and then I'm just going to squat down. One thing I will tell you is what you don't want to do is squat so that your knees are going over your toes. You want to push your butt back. So that's the proper way to do it. So I'm going to do 12. On the last one, when I get to 12, I think I'm going to stay there and pulse. Just do some little pulses. You can do that if you want to, or you can leave that out. It just adds a little more challenge to it. So there's 1. Pushing through my heels on the way up. 2. 3, keeping my core nice and tight, and I'm squeezing my glutes when I come up. 4, 5, 6, 7, don't forget to breathe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whoops, I was going to stay there and pulse. There we go. And again, you can do that if you want to, don't have to. And then just carefully put your weight down, bending at your knees. Catch your breath and take a little break. While I'm catching my breath, I will tell you I apologize for the lighting, the sound quality. I'm down here all by myself, and it is what it is. So I just wanted to get this out to you to get you started on reaching those goals that you set last time you watched my introduction video. And if you didn't watch it, we did talk about setting a goal. It may be doing your very first pull-up or 10 push-ups or whatever that might be. Write them down, shout them from the mountaintops, tell everybody you know, hey, I'm going to figure out how to do and get strong enough to do my first pull-up, or I'm going to do 10 consecutive push-ups, whatever it is. That I have found works for me. I write it down. I tell people that keeps me accountable, and I think it's a really good thing to do. So I will stop rambling on now, and we're going to move on to a wall sit. I have a Fitbit with a timer on it, so I'm going to set it for 30 seconds. I would suggest, again, you do these 3 sets. I'm just going to do one, and we're just going to do it for 30 seconds. But if I would, you know, push yourself, maybe if you're new to this, 15 to 30 seconds, but you want to be able to bump it up there so that you're doing a wall sit for a minute, and we're going to, you know, you would do them 3 times. So what you're going to do is come up to your wall, and then just sit down. You don't want your knees over your toes, just pushing your back into the wall. Legs are about hip width apart. I'm going to turn my timer on, and I'm just going to sit here. If you wanted to make this more challenging, you know, you could hold your arms out. You could hold one of your dumbbells in your hand, keeping this nice and tight, and breathe. This is a good time to go to your happy place, and you should start feeling a nice burn in your quads. And again, 30 seconds, you know, it may not be enough for you, and I bump it up 60 seconds, a minute, 30 seconds, and I am done. So then to come out of it, I just like to put my hands against the wall and kind of help myself back up. So again, 30 to 60 second wall sit 3 times. So let's see, what do I have next on our agenda? So let's do chest. I've got a little cheat sheet here. Let me flip this over. So let's go ahead and do some chest presses. So what you're going to do, I'm going to turn around this way. And grab my other heavier dumbbell. And again, pick the weight that you're most comfortable with. And a good way to know what is a good weight for you would be if we're going to do 10 to 12, and there is no way you can even get to 10, let alone 12, your weight's way too heavy. And if you can get to that 12 and you feel like you could do 15 or 20, you need to bump up the weight a little. So that's just kind of a good gauge. You don't want to cheat yourself, but you also, you know, you don't want to hurt yourself either. So I'm going to grab my 15-pound dumbbells, and again, we're going to do 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets, but I'm just going to do 1 set today. And so what I like to do is hold him in my lap and then lay myself down. We're just going to hold him right out even with your chest, just like this. And we're just going to push up and then come back down. And you're almost like arcing when you come up. So you're kind of bringing them together right over your chest and then back down. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, keeping your back flat on the floor and your knees up. What's that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you get to know me, you'll know I'm terrible at counting. So then I would just slowly bring them down. You can rest them on the floor if you want to, and then just rock yourself up, take a little break, and we're going to do that 2 more times. You're going to do it 2 more times. And again, take little breaks in between these. Grab water, catch your breath. So the next thing I thought we would do, which is really a great total body. I mean, you're working everything. When you do push-ups, you're working your whole upper body, your back, your chest, your triceps, your biceps, your core. Always good to keep this all nice and tight. So you can grab your mat. I'm going to do mine on my toes, but I'm going to demonstrate on my knees. So if you're new to this, and actually, if you're not even ready for that, what you could do is you could do them on your wall, which would look, let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see me. I'd walk out so that my arms are about straight, just soft elbows, and then just come in and push back. You're kind of up on your toes, but you want to keep your whole body like a nice, tight plank. one nice tight unit in there. So you could do it on the wall, or you could do them on your countertop. I don't have one right here I would show you. The next level would be your knees. Just like this, and don't let your elbows bow way out. So kind of taking them, pointing them back towards the back. And then a little more advanced, of course, would be up on your toes and then down. 3, 4, keeping your core nice and tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. So there's your push-ups in different variations, different levels. Catch your breath, you can shake it out. So next we'll work on our back next. We're gonna do some bent over rows. And again, taking time to breathe. So I would suggest your heavier weights again for your bent over rows, bending at those knees to pick them up. And we're just going to kind of hinge at your hips, just like this. Nice, flat, straight back. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. And what you're gonna do is roll them up, elbows are coming straight back, and you're kind of squeezing your shoulder blades together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bend your knees to put those weights down. Grab water whenever you need it. I keep forgetting you're not doing this with me at the moment. Or maybe you are. If you are, that's awesome. So next, you've probably all heard of Superman, but I have decided to call this Wonder Woman. So what we're gonna do is grab our mats, lay down on our bellies. You see? Arms straight out. We're looking down at the floor, and we're just gonna come up all in one unit. So our arms and our legs are coming up together, looking down at the floor. So it's 1, and just hold it just for a breath or 2, 2, 3, 4, squeezing those glutes on the way up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wonder Women. That's what we are, Wonder Women. So 3 sets of 10 to 12 of those. So we have covered our legs, our chest, and our back. So now we want to work on our shoulders. Move this out of our way. So for shoulders, you may want to grab your lighter weights. At least I take that back. For the first one, since we're going to do overhead shoulder presses first, try your heavier weights. If you're really, really struggling to get those last 3, then go down in weight. But start with the heavier weights. So the first one we're going to do is just a overhead shoulder press. And you're just going to swing your weights up and rest them here for a second. Feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your core nice and tight. And if you have shoulder issues, if you keep them at a neutral grip like this, that seems like that helps. Obviously, if you have serious shoulder issues and you need to see a doctor, I would not recommend even doing overhead shoulder presses, but listen and honor your body. So, and again, like I said, if this way kind of aggravates your shoulder, try it this way. I am going to do them with a neutral grip. So we're just going to push them up and back down right over your shoulder. And you don't need to go any lower than like your ear. So we're going to do 10 to 12. So there's 2, 3, always keeping your core nice and tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12, woo! And you can bend your knees and put them down. So that was a good weight for me to be doing those. Last couple were getting a little challenging. Okay, so go ahead and catch your breath. Grab a drink anytime you need one. I'm going to continue to talk to you like you're here in my gym and we are doing this class together. Okay, so there's 3 heads to our shoulders. So we've got to make sure we work them all. So next we're going to do lateral raises. So we're going to do the side of our shoulders. Definitely the lighter weights for these. Bending at your knees. And as you progress with your workouts, what you would do is bump up the weight, go heavier in weight, and then just go down in reps. So since we're doing 10 and 12 right now, once you do these for a while and they become really easy, then start maybe doing 8 to 10, but bump up the weight a little bit. So the next one is the lateral raises. Same stance. I always call this an athletic stance. So your feet are about shoulder width apart, and I always visualize being somebody wanting to punch me in the gut. So that's what I mean, like by keeping your core nice and tight. You're not really sucking in your stomach, but you're just engaging that instead of being all loosey-goosey. So just keep that really tight. So we're going to do 10 to 12 lateral raises. So we're just going to come up just right about even with your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, always controlling the movement. 7, 8, 9, 10. What you don't want to do is start this. 11. If you got to start doing all that, you got to go down in weight. 11, 12. That just means your weight's too heavy. And we want our shoulders, we want the muscle that we're working on to be doing all the work. And another thing is to really make that mind-muscle connection. So if you're working your shoulders, really focus on, just visualize that muscle doing all the work. You'll get a lot more bang for your buck that way. So I'm going to catch my breath here. While I'm catching my breath, I'm trying to think of anything else I need to tell you. So rather than me stopping and starting this video, like I said, it just taken me taking me for who I am, and gotta listen to all my jibber jabbers. All right, so next we're gonna work on our front raises. Same stance. And front raises get a little tricky too, so if they become too much, you could always do one arm at a time. We'll start out with both arms. If it's, like I said, if it becomes too much, if it's still just too much, then go down and wait. Bending at your knees to pick your weights up. So I'll start out with both arms and we'll see what happens. Always have soft elbows too, so you don't want stiff locked out arms. Nice soft elbows. And engage that core, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're almost there, 11, last one, 12, woo, shake it out, bend your knees, put them down, good job, catching your breath. This is one of my favorite quotes. I believe it's so true. Your body does achieve what you gotta believe it. When you set those goals, you gotta believe and make obtainable goals. I mean, that's what I try to, you know, I set it up there a little bit high, but I also pretty realistic. You know, I think, man, I think I can do that. So, and if I don't achieve my goal, I work towards it till I do. So really close. My April goal was 10 strict pull-ups with a 20-pound kettlebell, and I'm so close. I've got, let's see, today is the 15th. I've got 5 more days, so we'll see. I will, if you follow me on Instagram, Home Body Trainer, I will be posting it, and we'll see if I attain that goal. If I didn't, trust me, I'll still be working at it. All right, I think I've cooled down enough. So next we're gonna do the back of our shoulders. So you're gonna bend down and pick up your weights. So we're gonna do bend over flies. Same thing, we're gonna just get a nice flat back. What I mean is you don't wanna be like this. So nice flat back, tight core. And we're just gonna fly. Same stance. And we're just gonna come up and back down. Looking down at the floor though, I looked up at the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can put them down. I know I do the goofiest counting. When I would teach classes, everybody just laughed at me all the time about my counting. So count yourselves. Might even turn the volume off. All right, so we've got our shoulders done. So we have done our chest, our back, our shoulders. Now we need to work our arms. So we're gonna do some biceps and some triceps. And with these, I'd say start out with your lighter weights. If they feel really easy, then bump it up. So we're just going to bend down, grab our weights. So again, we're gonna do 3 sets of 12. I'm gonna grab my heavier weights from my biceps. I actually did a PR yesterday. I deadlifted 315 pounds. I'm still in shock over that. So if I have to put these 15s down and grab the 10s today, that's why. So always listen to your body, you know. It's less is more sometimes. All right, so we're just gonna do a basic bicep curl. You're just gonna kind of lock your arms by your sides. Your palms are facing out, same stance, and we're just gonna curl them up and then back down. All the way though, no cheating. All the way up, all the way down. So there's 2. Squeeze your bicep up there. 4. Give a little squeeze. 5. Squeeze. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Come on, 2 more. 11. 12. Sit those down, shake out those arms. Trying to think of anything else I wanted to tell you while I'm catching my breath. I would suggest after you're done with this workout, you may, if you have some, eat some, form of protein. If you have protein powder, you can make a protein shake. But I always like to have a little protein after my workout. Maybe throw a banana in your shake, a little protein and some carbs. If you don't have protein powder, you can eat some cottage cheese, some eggs, egg whites. I like to do mostly egg whites. Maybe 3/4 of a cup of egg whites is what I eat, with maybe 1 whole egg. And again, I will never put you on a diet. I will tell you what I eat, make suggestions, but obviously eating clean, healthy, real food as often as possible. But I do supplement. I do like having, some protein powder on hand, and I think that's a good thing to have on hand. All right, I'm done warming up or cooling down. So we're gonna do tricep. Let's do tricep kickbacks. And there's so many different exercises we can do, but today we're just going to do kickbacks. So I will stand sideways to show you. Again, you're going to hinge at your hips, and your elbows are going to come up and straight back, and we're just going to kick them back and then bring them right back. So just nice and smooth like that. Flat back, and there's 1, 2, and same thing, give that tricep a little squeeze when you're up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Put those down, bending your knees. All right, we are almost done with our very first total body workout with Silver is the New Strong. I'm really glad that you joined me today, and I hope you like this. I definitely want feedback. I'm just starting starting to put all this stuff out there, and if you like it, let me know, and I'll come up with some more. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay right down on our mats, which I guess I should get. If you have an exercise ball, that's also really nice. You could do everything we just did using the ball as your bench. You could have done, keep your upper body on the ball, your upper back, could have been a chest press, using that as a bench, sitting on the ball, doing overhead shoulder presses. And actually it works your core a little more. I did not use my ball today because I didn't know if everybody had one. Maybe we'll have to do that one sometime. So for now, we're just gonna go down and we're doing basic crunch, nothing fancy. We're just gonna crunch up, really engaging your core, pull your belly button towards the floor. So we're just gonna crunch, and you wanna feel that, you know, right in here. What you don't wanna do is be jerking on your neck. You don't wanna do this. So everything's, your hands are just kind of floating back there, just because there's no other place to put them. All right, so we're gonna crunch up and back down. There's 2, pulling that belly button down towards the floor. 3, 4, act like you got a little tennis ball here. So that's a good way to know where your neck should be. And you're just placing something there, right there. 4, wait, what was that, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And there are so many different ways to do crunches. You could do reverse crunch. But again, just for time, today I'm covering a few different things. We're gonna do Russian twist next. And you could grab a weight if you wanted to. You don't have to. I'm just gonna leave the weight out of my hand today, but a lot of times I like to hold on to one. You can keep your feet on the floor to make it more challenging. You can raise your feet up. And always keeping your core nice and tight. If that bothers your back at all, just leave it out. Maybe go back and do some basic crunches or something. Again, things might be a little uncomfortable. You should not be experiencing pain. So I'm going to go ahead and elevate my feet a little, and I'm gonna hold my core nice and tight, and I'm just gonna tap my hands from one side to the other, and the count will be a total of 20. So it'll be 10 on each side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. I think we should do one more ab exercise. So let's do bicycles. Those are always good. We want to work our obliques, which are our sides, our love handles. So go ahead and roll yourself down. And you can start out, actually while you're down here, just do a nice little stretch your whole body, stretch your abs. All right, so we're gonna bring our knees up, and it's just gonna be opposite elbow to opposite knee. So we're gonna keep our feet up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you can roll yourself up. And I forgot to mention that the Russian twist also is for your obliques. So working our love handles, our abs. And let's finish out with a plank. So that is really good for your core. Nice strong core keeps our bodies. Without a strong core, you get injured. That is what keeps us standing up, all those deep muscles deep within, and that is what gives us nice posture. So we got to have a strong core. All right, so just for time, again, I'm going to set this at 30 seconds. You could try for, shoot for 30 seconds. A minute is really good. So let's just go ahead and, if you've never done a plank, this is you're just going to come onto your forearms, and what you don't want to do is have your bottom way up or sinking way down. So you want to look like a nice coffee table. And if this is too much, you can keep coming down and resting for a second on your knees and then coming back up. Some people find this one to be easier. So you can come up on your hands. I like to do it on my forearms. So I'm going to put this at 30 seconds. And begin. And again, the whole time you are squeezing your glutes and keeping your core nice and tight, pulling your belly button up towards your spine. And then checking your form, making sure you're not letting your belly sway and hang down. You want a nice, sturdy coffee table. And that was 30 seconds. So I would just come back and then I would just stretch out and go into child's pose. You may even want to do a few cat-cow. I'll turn sideways. You can let your back sway and then push your back up. Always good to take time to stretch a little bit. Feels really good on my back. So that was it for today. Just like I said, a very basic, simple, not simple, it's not, that was hard. Basic workout. And as you follow me along, it'll progressively get a little more challenging. If you have questions, feedback, I'd love to hear it. And until we meet again, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep setting goals. Have a beautiful day.